Hey Falcon fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Welcome to Atlanta Falcons today. It is the weekend, and you know what that means? We need to answer your guys' mailbag questions. A lot of our subscribers submitted some really good questions this week. We're going to jump into those in just one second. First, though, subscribe to the channel. We're at 3,400 subscribers, 3,500 subscribers. Let's get to 4K, right? We know you guys are out there. You guys love watching these videos. Help us out. Go down below and subscribe, because if you're a subscriber, you can go ahead and jump in on our mailbag video for next week by using the hashtag Falcons down below right now in the comment section. Okay, let's start with Elliot, who says, if McGary doesn't start improving at right tackle, then what are the next options? Not a lot. Let's just be straight up here. And we'll talk about Kaleb McGary in a second, but he has been struggling at an incredible level, and the fact he was a first-round draft pick is extremely concerning. Look at this depth chart. Like who do you want to fill in? Because Jalen Mayfield was technically supposed to be the backup at right tackle. He's got to play left guard right now, because Drew Dalman is clearly not ready to go. So you want Jason Spriggs to mix in there at right tackle? Like, McGary's the best option that they have. Now, there are some options out in the free agent wire. Mitchell Schwartz is a name that gets thrown around a bunch, coming off of a very bad injury. I don't think the Falcons would be much improved with him out there. I think you're stuck with Kaleb McGary, but the main problem right now, if you're Atlanta, is, are we have to replace this guy, like, next draft? Like, is it going to be a scenario where you trade up? Remember, they traded up. They got Chris Lindstrom at like 12 or 13, traded back into the first round, and then it was like, oh, well, you have the rights to the offensive line. That's solved for the next 10 years. If you have to go ahead and replace Kaleb McGary after, what, 3 years now? 2 years, 3 years now, right? That's not a good look, and that means you got to waste a draft pick on a spot that you should have had pretty much filled and good to go. So, not a good start, and again, he's really struggling. Like, he's not getting better, and so hopefully he does. And now with the little stretch of games you have right here, minus Washington, it's pretty easy defensive lines to go against. Hopefully he starts to settle down, but McGary's been a huge disappointment, and it's hurting Matt Ryan, it's hurting the offense, and it's just a struggle and tough to see. What's your confidence level in Kaleb McGary right now? Scale 1 to, let's say 1 to 100, right? Mine's at like a 60. Like, it's not up there as high as it should be. And again, I think Lindstrom plays fine on the right side of the offensive line, but McGary has been struggling incredibly. Give me your confidence level for McGary down below right now. Rohanman 10-0-10-0. So with Patterson playing very, very well, what are the chances Patterson takes Mike Davis' starting job, and what do you think about Marlon Davidson so far? The focus on the running back part of this question, I think Patterson's almost taken over the spot already. Like, he's been a great surprise, because not many of us expected him to actually be a true running back. And I've talked about this a lot the past couple of days. I don't need to go into why, he wasn't supposed to be a great running back, and now he is a good running back. But I like the 1-2 punch. I think Mike Davis gives you a little more power, a little more physicality on the inside. He's still got some shake and some moves, but he's more of a bruiser back, as they say. I think you need to use him a lot more on third down and short. I think Patterson should eventually become the running back number 1, because the Falcons like to throw the football, out of the backfield, and if you can go ahead and make the linebackers think, oh, we got to worry about him catching the ball in the backfield, that creates a different wrinkle that defenses have to worry about. But I don't think Mike Davis has been bad. You got to remember, though, the past 2 weeks, Atlanta has been down double digits in the third quarter, obviously to Philadelphia week 1, and so they got away from the run, and then they were down big in the fourth quarter, even though they were close for a little while in the Bucs game. I think if they can get a lead, they can really show off how good these two running backs are going to be, and that's when Mike Davis really comes into his own, when he starts becoming a pounder and a bruiser and beating you into submission. That's what I want to see from the Falcons coming up on Sunday, is get a lead against the Giants and then just go to town running the football and then boot action over to Kyle Pitts. Who do you think deserves more touches, though? Are you still on team Mike Davis, or are you team Cordell Patterson? I think Patterson deserves more, like I do. Type P down below for Patterson. If you think that it should go ahead and be Davis, type D down below for Davis. Okay, quickly here, I want to jump into my bets of the week, courtesy of our friends at BetUS. You guys want to jump in on some betting action? I want to win some money this weekend. I feel very confident about all of my bets. You guys can jump in on a great promo they have right now, chatsports.com/betfalcons. The promo code is Falcons125. Get that 125% deposit bonus whenever you first sign up to bet on Atlanta or the Braves. Good week for the Braves the past couple of days. It's been pretty hot, and Atlanta United is like, they're climbing up the MLS standings. And listen, we're like, a couple of weeks away from the NBA officially getting going here? I mean, we're September, October? Yeah, we're getting close. So jump in with our friends at BetUS. I love their website. It makes betting very, very easy, especially on NFL games. Here are my 3 bets of the week. I say Falcons +5 against the Giants. I think they're +3 against the Giants. They're going to beat the Giants, and so betting them +3 is basically easy money. I think the Patriots are going to wax the Saints. I am so out on the Saints right now. They were completely fool's gold against a very unprepared Packer team week 1. Patriots looked really good in their first win last week. I'm giving the Patriots right now -3. I think they win by 7, maybe 10. And the Raiders, -4, the Dolphins. I'm going the Raiders straight up on this one. The Dolphins, to me, are a dumpster fire offensively. They're really good defensively, but it didn't matter when they lost 35-0 at Hard Rock Stadium. Plus, they don't have a quarterback. I mean, Tua wasn't great anyway, and he's out this week. Give me the Raiders -4 versus the Dolphins. Those are my 3 big bets of the week. I've bet on all of these with my BetUS account. You guys should jump in and win some money alongside of me, because these are going to hit, in my opinion. And so, bet at your own risk, but I think we have a pretty good chance of winning some money here on this one. Dr. Fuelright says, a very winnable game. I guess talking about the Giant game. How long have you been a Falcon fan, Thomas Mott? I get it. I know the Falcons, a very winnable game means they're probably going to lose, but the Falcons have to beat New York. Like, this is a very winnable game, and I said that in a video during the preview just a couple of days ago, because guess what it is? The Giants on paper are not a good football team. Like, they have a decent defensive line, but their offensive line is absolute garbage. Daniel Jones throws a ton of interceptions. Right now, as it currently stands, Saquon Barkley does not seem back to his normal self. Shocker. That's why you don't draft running backs in the top 10 or even the first round of the NFL draft, and their defense is suspect. I mean, if the Falcons are going to be decent this year, which a lot of people are still hoping so, and I hope so, because we obviously root for the Falcons here, but if they're going to have any sort of chance at winning, it starts on Sunday. Like, if you can't beat the Giants, I was talking to somebody today on my way into work. We were talking about, Giants, Falcons this week. If he says, if we can't beat the Giants, who can you beat? And it's a great question. They've got to be able to get out there and get a win. I feel good about their chances, but I do understand that it is the Falcons, so maybe they're going to blow this, but if they blow it, then I think we can officially start to pull the plug on this season, even though it's only 3 games in, and as we'll talk about, the stretch is pretty easy the next couple of days, but I think that they're going to win. I feel pretty confident about that. I do feel confident also that you guys want to subscribe to this channel. Nice little plug there. We're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers, right? Working really hard to give you guys the best content that we can. Mailbag videos, news and rumors, previews, recaps, everything regarding your Falcons. If you guys like the Falcons, win or lose, right? You guys are ride or die, diehard Dirty Birds. Go down below and help us out. Grows the channel, and it's also free. Just click subscribe, and that helps us out, and then you get all of our videos, which you're going to watch anyway, in your subscription box. So help us out. Go down below and subscribe. TRM, the RC Mechanic says, should Matt Ryan retire after this season? Oh, man, I don't know. I don't know what to do with Matt Ryan, honestly. I'm not a Matt Ryan hater. I like Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan with a good offensive line would be really good. But I also understand that Atlanta can't roll with Matt Ryan forever. I would be fine with trading him this offseason if someone would actually go ahead and give you an offer. But as it currently stands, he's signed through 2023, and it's a big cap hit. I don't think anyone's going to. And so if you're Matt Ryan and you still love the game and you still think you can play, then you obviously play at whatever level you're at right now in the next couple of years, because the money is just so high. But I do think Atlanta has to start looking past Matt Ryan. I think there could be a scenario where he drags out his contract and Atlanta drafts a quarterback and then eventually has to sit Matt down and still pay him a lot of money, which is kind of a bad nightmare scenario. So I hope someone wants to trade for him. You got to start winning football games, and obviously if they win football games, he's going to probably stay anyway, but you got to show that you're capable of still leading a football team. That way a team like Denver, who right now is 2-0, but another football team that needs a quarterback or is a quarterback away, Miami, for instance, could actually make a move, but it's just the dead cap hit is huge for teams, and it'd be bad for Atlanta, and so I just don't really see it happening. Joe Falcon fan says, the Falcons lose this game, and in the process, it's a blowout, then there have some serious questions that have to be asked. Yeah, no, it's true. If they lose this game, there will be a lot of questions asked, but as we have said, and I'm going to be a glass half full kind of guy until I really abandon ship on the Falcons this year, but the schedule is easy. Honestly, the Falcons should be 5-3. Or sorry, they should be 3-2 over the next 5 games at worst. I mean, literally at worst, because there are 2 decent teams here, and that's Washington and the Panthers. But you should be able to beat the Giants. And Washington's offense is not good. I mean, it's not a good offense. It's probably the worst in the NFC East. Neither are the Giants. The Jets are a dumpster fire. You get them at home. At the Dolphins, who don't have a quarterback, Tua probably not going to play in that one, in my opinion. And even if he does, it's probably good for Atlanta, because Tua's not that great. And even though Carolina's 3-0, and obviously you saw on Thursday night, I think Sam Darnold and Matt Rule have things figured out there. They just lost J.C. Horn, their starting cornerback. He won't be back and ready to go by October 31st. And they haven't played anybody. The Panthers beat the Texans on Thursday, the Jets, and then whoever they beat week 1. It wasn't a good football team. I'm blanking on who the Panthers beat, but and the Saints in week 2. It was Jets, Saints, and then the Texans. So they haven't beat anybody. So even if technically they lose this game, they can still get back to 500. But you win this game, you go to 1-2, then you beat Washington, you beat the Jets, and suddenly you're sitting there at 4-2, and you're like, wow, I'm 3-2, and the season starts to look a lot better. Let's just say that. Confidence level in the Falcons the next 5 games. I'm very confident. I'm at an 8 or a 9. I'm buying into the idea. You beat these bad football teams. If you guys agree, give me your confidence level down below on a scale of 1 to 10. Falcons for Life says, just please sign Richard Sherman. I mean, teams have called Sherman. I know that heard that for a fact, that they have actually made phone calls to him, but he's dealing with a lot of off-the-field issues. Remember the whole, intoxication problems and potential maybe hitting his girlfriend, and that's not confirmed or anything. The allegations out there on Sherman aren't great, and I don't know. I don't think they're going to select Richard Sherman. Let's just say that. Okay, ultimate for today on our Atlanta Falcons mailbag video. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's beautiful here in the ATL. I'm golfing this weekend. It is absolutely gorgeous. And so get outside, enjoy it, and then also stay tuned as we'll have plenty of breakdown coming up on Monday to break down the Falcons' hopefully first win of the season against the New York Jets. Make sure you guys are subscribed down below. # Falcons for your mailbag question. I appreciate each and every one of you who has subscribed. Ultimate for today on Atlanta Falcons today. I'm Thomas Mott. Son off. Enjoy the rest of your day.